I'm meteorologist Vivian Rennie here in the Weather Center. We've been following the Gifford fire very closely over the past few days, and we now have new updates on acreage and containment numbers. So just a few minutes ago, CAL FIRE has let us know that there's now 91,278 acres burned in the Gifford fire. That's about 9% containment. Still, that number staying pretty consistent from the earlier morning updates that we saw earlier today. And that also means that new evacuation zones have been announced as well. Full details on those new zones and more information on these updates can be found right now on KSBY.com. But what is going on with this fire? It's all about the winds, the low humidity, and the heat. So all three of those come together for the perfect recipe for significant fire weather danger. So that's the fire right in the middle, shaded in red. But all these areas in gray, that's where we're seeing some concerns with fire weather concerns and lots more smoke as well. So what does that look like outside? This is what it's looking like outside right now from the KSBY studios. You can see many areas do still have some blue skies, but as you look farther down to the south, this huge area of smoke continuing to be pushed up in the atmosphere and brought towards the coast, actively a concern right now for portions of San Luis Obispo County as well as much of the Santa Maria area. That's really where some of those worst of the air qualities are right now, causing issues. So continuing to see those offshore winds right now. Winds are going to shift later on tonight. It's going to cause a lot more of that erratic fire weather behavior. As we continue to keep a close eye on this fire, you can see the map of it right there, sitting in those interiors almost due east of Santa Maria. Now, what we're seeing with that is a little bit of an update. We just saw an update right now on our radar images. This is color-coded by time scale. So these areas that we just saw added in red, that is the most recent areas that are now where that fire has spread. All these other areas are ones that have been catching over the last couple of days. Now, that's causing some issue, especially with hot spots. This is the radar showing a little bit more of those hot spots up to the north of the fire and down on the southern borders. And that's where we're seeing some more concerns, especially up here. We're seeing higher elevations and more wind gusts expected for today. Basically, it's going to be another couple tricky days with this fire burning in the interiors. 100 degrees right now in Paso Robles, 67 in Santa Maria, 75 in San Luis Obispo, 69 degrees in Isla Vista, 86 degrees in San Ynez, but 81 still at that fire. So it's hot out there. It's also very dry with low humidity, so causing even more issues there. Plus, the winds are also a concern. So we're going to see the winds starting to turn onshore. Right now, over 20 miles an hour. We'll see a little bit of a break in the evening hours, but overnight, more winds are expected, upwards of about 20 miles an hour, and that's where they're going to stay all the way through tomorrow. Then we'll rinse and repeat, see another calming pattern overnight before even more winds are expected as we head through the extended forecast. And the extended forecast brings a lot of heat. This high pressure very much still in place over the next few days. More triple digits are expected, not just over the next few days, but into the extended forecast as well. 101 for tomorrow in Paso Robles, 88 in San Luis Obispo, 74 for Santa Maria, 76 in Lompoc, 81 degrees in Santa Barbara for tomorrow. Then we'll see a little bit of a cool down Friday into Saturday, just a couple of degrees though. Then more triple digit heat is going to stick around in those interior valleys through early next week. Talking 80s in our coastal valleys, 70s in Santa Maria, Santa Barbara, 80s and 70s all the way through the extended forecast, with continued areas of fire weather concern all the way through the extended forecast.